Welcome out to Defiance High School, the Dog Pound here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Good evening, everybody. Chris Malanga, Brian Arnold, as the Golden Bears are hosted by the Defiance Bulldogs. Golden Bears sitting at 3-2 on the season. Defiance 2-3 on this short season. And Brian Arnold, the Stryker game was a much-needed game for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, after the rough weekend before that with a double loss on the tough games that they played with Wayne Trace and Hicksville, it was nice to see the boys on Thursday night get back on the winning side. Offensively, we looked good. Defensively, good intensity, ton of deflections. We talked about it the other night. I really thought we were active. Forced Stryker in to run into a lot of bad offense in the fourth quarter as they tried to chase us down, chucked a lot of tough shots, and we rebounded well. I mean, did all the things, checked all the boxes that Coach Homeyer wanted to see.
And he was very happy about that. I had a chance to hear or chat with him about the game and this game as we're in the Oberlin Turnbull countdown to tip-off. Going to talk with him after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause,
to the school board and administration,
and everyone who played a role in this project,
we just want to say
thank you.
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington school property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Brian Bill!
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
STEM is everywhere, like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead. STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. The only limit is your imagination. Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Welcome back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Chris Malanga alongside Coach Brock Homeyer of the Bryan Golden Bears. Coach, good win last night against Stryker.
Thank you.
So, you know, we had talked early on about how Stryker was going to come in. They were going to want to win because you guys beat them at their place last year. How did you guys get set up to start that game? How did you get the momentum from the very beginning?
I think we did a good job of not getting frustrated when shots weren't falling because the first quarter, I mean, I think the first possession they had 3 offensive rebounds, and then, you know, kind of started a little rough. And we did a good job of slowly, methodically, you know, chipping away, trying to get a lead, making it a little bit bigger, you know, instead of sometimes we fall into the hole and then we fall deeper into the hole. I thought we did a good job of channeling, you know, our restraint on being being frustrated when, you know, when things go bad, usually they go worse. And we did a good job of next play and forgetting about what happened.
I think you guys did a good job of mixing up pressure defense and man. And, you know, you talked about how you don't have the horses to go 4 quarters of that pressure, but using it in right spots really helps you.
Yeah. We're trying to find the sweet spot because, I mean, you can see in the fourth quarter when those guys are coming off a timeout, they're dying. So I'm trying to find the sweet spot as a coach to be able to figure out where, you know, when to go zone, when to go man, trying to read their body language on, okay, they're exhausted, we can't press, or, you know, it's tough, but we do a lot of talking and communicating. I think they're open with me when, you know, hey, I'm dying, I can't, you know, guard in full court. So when we find that sweet spot, it'll be a lot more relaxing for the coaching staff and the boys.
I'm sure it will be. You know, last night we had some trouble early on in the first half with rebounding. They were getting second, third, fourth shots on a possession, but it seemed like the second half, all of a sudden it came the other way. And was that a focus of conversation at halftime?
Yeah, it was. It was a little loud too. And it was out of our zone. We were doing a horrible job of, you know, we talk about crashing and rebounding. They were just running towards the basket. And if you know anything, if you just run towards the basket and you shoot a 3 and it goes deep, you're never going to get it. But if you go box a guy or find a guy, there's a better chance you're going to get a rebound. So yeah, sometimes you just need to talk about it and adjust.
Yeah, and it seems like you've been making good adjustments all season long as far as finding things that are an issue and correcting them. You know, against Hicksville, we had a tough situation where, you know, they were able to chip back at it. They made a little bit of a run, but you guys stayed tall. How was there any difference in that?
No. I mean, it's just after this many games of experience of these guys, I mean, we still are doing the dribble off your foot sometimes or throw it to the wrong team in the backcourt for no reason sometimes, which is all going to be growth, when it gets to league time or tournament. But, I just tried and tell them I believe in them, and they've worked hard enough. And putting confidence in people that don't have any is really, really hard. And I think that they are now starting to see that they can do this, and it's not always going to be bad. It's not always going to be negative, which is good to see as a coach.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the players. Sam Harold and Carter Dominic, both of them finished with 18 points, and they both played really, really well down the stretch, particularly Carter.
Yeah. When he makes his bunnies and he gets confident, and they weren't very big, and there's a mismatch, and we noticed it, and our guys did a really good job of breaking the press and getting to the middle and finding him. And he did a really good job of squaring and finishing. So, yeah, he can play. But, it's the inconsistency. If he could do that every night, he would be a very, very good player. It just depends on, is he going to square? Is he going to do those things? Because if he doesn't do that last night, I think we're in big trouble. I think without either of them, I mean, Sammy's had a heck of a start right now.
Yeah.
I think he's averaging 18 a game or something like that. So, yeah, after the game, we gave them their flowers because we knew without their actions in the fourth, we were going to be in trouble.
Absolutely. All right, let's turn the page on Stryker. You guys moved to 3-2 on the season. Now you got to go ahead to Defiance, a team that has traditionally been a good team, kind of a legacy there with the coaching, with the Layman's. And what do you see when you look at them?
A completely different team than last year. I mean, they were loaded with seniors and experience, and, they came here and gave it to us pretty good, JV and varsity. So we are trying to instill, we are not the team we were last year, and they're going to, they do the same things. They're very aggressive. They attack hard. Defensively, they're on the line. They're really aggressive, and talked about it all week. I don't think these guys have ever beat Defiance. So we are pushing and pushing and pushing that it is possible. We can do this, and it's a way which we struggle, but I think that it'll be a good game.
Do you guys have any particular adjustments in mind as you look at Defiance from what you normally do?
Nothing crazy. I mean, when you get at this beginning of the year, there's not a lot of crazy things. You're not going to go boxing one, triangle and two, and get as cute as possible. But if we continue to play our game offensively, I'm pretty confident we're getting in good spots. It's just, are we getting stops? Are we doing the small details like boxing out and not turning the ball over?
There you go. And you got to do full 4 quarters.
We do. And they played hard last night. They're sore today. You got to wake up Saturday and get ready to roll.
All right. Well, Coach, wish you the best of luck against Defiance.
Thanks.
Coach Brock Homeyer on the Golden Bear Sports Net. We're going to take this time out, come back with more after this.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
The Fountain City Amphitheater provides opportunities for families and friends to have fun at many different events. After winning Season 21 of The Voice on Team Kelly, Girl Named Tom recently performed a free concert on the AMP's incredible outdoor stage, thanks to numerous corporate and family sponsors.
With a 5-tier sponsorship opportunity, you can help support this project and all that is to come. Sponsorships promote brand exposure and include unique bonuses with each tier.
To learn more about how you can help provide quality programming at the AMP, visit cityofbryan.com/FC Amphitheater.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network from the Dog Pound, it is Bryan and Defiance doing battle on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Chris Malanga, Brian Arnold here with you. Want to thank our sponsors bringing you the game tonight. They include Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Bryan Parks and Rec, Fackler Monument, Newcomers, Schaefer, Spangler and Brininger, Oberlin, Turnbull, Funeral and Crematory, Veterans Services of Williams County, Bryan Athletic Boosters, Danielle Van Atta Agency, Jason Deitch Automotive Services, Northwest State Community College, Starks Plumbing and Heating. All right, the last time these two teams met was back on December 10th, 2022, and Defiance, it says defeated, but they manhandled 73-42 in JV and varsity. It was not a good night at the Bears Den.
No, and Defiance has been one of the quality programs in Northwest Ohio for a few years now, and they were a strong senior-laden team last year. I had a chance to see them a couple of times in other ball games. Saw them against Liberty Benton down in Findlay in a big game on a Saturday night, and that was a really talented team for Coach Lehman.
Let's take a look at Defiance first. We'll go with Bryan. I surprised Krista.
Yeah.
3-2 on the season. Brock Homeyer's third year at Bryan. They're averaging 46.4 points a game and allowing 46 points a game, so pretty much the same. But the big stat that stood out to me was that Sam Harold and Carter Dominic had 18 points apiece the other night in the win over Stryker, and that's big when those two get going.
Well, Sammy's been great all year. He's been consistent, averaging 16 points a night, so he was right around where he's been. Carter Dominic came in after having a couple of games where he didn't score the ball real well, and he's still averaging under single digits, right at 9 points right now, but had a tremendous fourth quarter, I think. Out of his 18, he had 10 of those in the fourth. Felt really comfortable against the post defense of Stryker, but got really confident, just made a lot of really strong moves. It did some things we haven't seen him do with his back to the basket and finished, and then got to the free throw line. So, what you're hopeful for as Coach Homeyer and his staff is now Carter can take that confidence, build off of that, and let's continue that into some ball games as we go through the rest of our schedule.
Taking a look at the Defiance Bulldogs. Bulldogs 2-3 on the season. Bryn Lehman, fourth year here at Defiance, of course, taking over for his dad, who long time. They still have Kirk's Crazies over there on the far sideline there. But they're 2-3 on the year, 0-1 in the WBL. They're averaging 47 points a game, allowing 51. This is the one that threw me as I was looking at their game last night. They played St. Mary's, and they outscored St. Mary's 17-2, and then ended up losing that game because they got outscored big time in the second and third quarter. It was not a good game for the Bulldogs.
WBL, I mean, we know, everybody in this area knows that WBL is a really strong league in just about every sport. St. Mary's has been very good. They put a kid into Ohio State last year in their basketball program, so they play a quality brand of basketball there. So it looks like a tough middle of the game stretch for Defiance. Early in the season, you're even with a lot of seniors. I think we counted the other day. They've got some seniors that are playing. They've got four on the roster, a couple on their starting lineup. So they're sort of trying to figure themselves out early in the year. And you look at their schedule, Findlay's a really good program. St. Mary's has had some good success. And Napoleon just keeps getting better and better. And that's a big rivalry game, just like football early in the year for Defiance and Napoleon. So there's a lot of emotions attached to that. So, they've played a good, out of that schedule, they've played some good basketball teams. They're 2-3 right now, but that's why you play those games. You want to get yourself ready for a tough league schedule that's coming for them after the first of the year.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take a timeout, come back with our keys to the game after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
At Oberlin, Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we understand that family is at the heart of everything we do.
Being family-owned and family-focused is not just a slogan for us, it's a way of life. We walk alongside you during life's most challenging moments, providing a guiding hand and a shoulder to lean on.
With heartfelt care and attention to detail, we tailor each service to honor the life and the memories of your loved one. We treat you like family because your journey is our journey.
Oberlin, Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, Chris Malanga, Brian Arnold. You got the WBL standings from last year. Defiance finished second on the season for the WBL. Let's meet our game officials, being brought to you by Tri-State Vision Center. Tri-State Vision Center has been serving the area since 1977. Contact us at either our Bryan or Montpelier offices for all your eye care needs. Officials tonight, Dylan Woods, Eric Schwab, and Steve Trout. As we're wrapping up the Oberlin Turnbull countdown to kick off Oberlin Turnbull Funeral and Crematory, family-owned, family-focused. Well, we're about ready to do our national anthem here. Our national anthem is being brought to you by Veteran Services of Williams County. Send it down to our public address announcer.
At this time, I'd like you to direct your attention to our video board for a special message from our sportsmanship team.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Defiance High School. We are the WBL.
You know what? We've got our sportsmanship announcement going on, so let's try to run through those keys of the game real quick. First for the Golden Bears.
Well, tonight I think one of the big things looking at this is we want to make sure we carry on with our win. So do the small things, don't make silly mistakes, don't let a good team like Defiance or a quality program like Defiance be able to take advantage of mistakes. Continue to play our game. You see Coach talking about we had some good things going there in the second half of that game against Stryker, so let's continue that moving forward and then keep that next play mentality. Don't let the last bad play bother you. Just keep playing and play a full 4 quarters, and that's what we want to see out of these guys.
And then for the Defiance Bulldogs.
For the Bulldogs, they want to get after us defensively. They know we've got a short bench, and they want to use the entire floor. Handle the bumps and attack the basket. They have not gotten to the free throw line very much. We've shot in 20 more free throws than Defiance has this year, and then get to the offensive boards. We rebounded really well, limited Stryker to 1 shot a lot, and they want to make sure that they don't allow that.
Especially in the second half, and as we talked to Coach, I said, "Is that a point of emphasis at halftime?" He said, "Yes," and it got a little bit loud at halftime too.
I think there's a little bit of redirecting going on because we got really aggressive rebounding.
Absolutely. All right, it's our national anthem now brought to you by Veteran Services of Williams County. There you have it, our national anthem being presented by Veteran Services of Williams County, a pep band here at Defiance. Now they do the alternating starters here at Defiance. So we're gonna they're actually introducing the cheerleaders right now, which is something I've never seen before. But
usually not till tournament time.
That's right.
Everybody's got their personal preference on how they like to do things.
That's right. And just looking, let's throw up Brian's starters here. Our starters being brought to you by Yoder Mechanical and Custom Fabrication. Call Yoder Mechanical and Custom Fabrications for all your mechanical piping needs at 419-519-3111. And when we look at the starting lineups for Golden Bears, we were a little nervous about whether Carter Brown was going to be able to start and Carter Dominic. We heard that one of the Carters was out ill, but both of the Carters look to start, and so that's a good situation there. Anytime you can get our full guys in there, and these guys really need to step it up tonight here against the Defiance team that's pretty hungry after a loss last night.
Well, obviously we have not had a lot of luck in this gymnasium since it's been built, so it'd be nice to get that monkey off our back, come out here, play well against a good team in their gym, and see our confidence continue to grow. And you mentioned it, either one of the Carters, if they're not feeling well, maybe their minutes are going to be limited, and we're going to need to see our bench step up a little bit. I think that's a good thing for us. I think we need to see some guys off our bench come and play some important roles, because right now about 95% of everything happening for us is coming off of our starters.
Gavin Jessing has come off the bench and played pretty well, as has Dylan Koenig. So got to get those guys off the bench too. Let's look at the starting lineup for the Defiance Bulldogs as they are getting started here. It's going to be, well, we lost him there. I don't know what happened there. But Antonio Lopez, Jordan Wright, Breslin Zipfel, Khalil Lagon, and Brogan Castillo. And when you look at those guys, Castillo is I got 11.8 points a game. Antonio Lopez has 11 points a game. So those two guys are the guys that Defiance is going to want to go with tonight to lead them.
And a lot like the Bears, they've not shot a lot of threes, they've not made a lot of threes, but Antonio Lopez is leading the way for Defiance. He's made 11 so far this year, and then Jordan Wright, another starter there, has made 4. But see a couple of teams here that kind of mirror each other with, it looks like they want to play inside the arc a lot more than outside if they're going to be successful on offense.
Well, and I was talking to one of the Defiance fans a little earlier about the team, and he said the problem that Defiance is having right now is guard play. He said the guards are turning the ball over way too much. Defiance is averaging 13 turnovers a game, and so they were concerned about that, but he said they're going to pound you inside. They want to go inside. They want to take contact inside and go right to the hole. So that's kind of what they are looking to do, and
a little bit of a feel of our strength is their weakness, and their strength is our weakness. Carter Dominic's kind of by himself as a post defender in there, but we've got guards who are really going to attack the basketball and can make life hard on you by putting a lot of ball pressure on in the half-court defense.
It'll be Zipfel and Langendorfer tipping things off tonight. As we're ready to get this one underway. First one is up. It is tipped down to Defiance. They're going quick. Shot is up and missed by number 22, Castillo, and there's a jump ball that'll go to the Golden Bears after the missed shot. Coming in trying to grab the rebound was Lopez and just couldn't get it down.
Nice job by Defiance there on their set, coming right off of the tip there, and kind of caught the Bears off guard. We were a little flat-footed on the flash to the basket, so we dodged a bullet there early on.
Defiance going to pull the full court press on us. Over to Kepler, who will get it up over the timeline. He'll go to Langendorfer, top of the key. Langendorfer looks to drive, then we'll dish out to Sam Harold. Harold nearly loses the basketball, gets it back, goes baseline, puts up a jumper. It's good from the low post area. And it is 2-0 Bears to get things started here.
Good start there for Sammy Harold. A little fade away from the baseline. Nice job finishing off that possession for the Bears.
Bears with a trap, stolen away by Maddox Langendorfer. He'll put up a layup, and the Bears go up 4-0.
Good pressure, nice trap. Defiance player dribbled right to where you don't want to go. Crossed half court, picked it up, and was stuck in a trap. Maddox stole it away. Good finish on the other end.
It's nearly tipped away again as Jace gets a hand on it. They're able to get it through, though, and down to Lagon.
Good deflection again from the Bears. Saw it the other night. Jace Kepler's been really good at using the length to tip away a lot of passes and just be in the way defensively.
In the corner here to Lopez. He'll give back to Zipfel. Zipfel drives, loses the basketball, stolen away by Kepler. Kepler will drive it forward. Will head to his left. To the sideline, he'll pass over to Sam Harold, top of the key. Harold looks to drive, bounces off a defender from Defiance, and then Kepler has it, feeds it underneath to Dominic, gets tipped out right back to Kepler. Now Kepler will go around, gets double teamed, puts up a jumper. It is good from the short corner, and it's 6-0 Bears.
And that's good to see out of our second leading scorer, who didn't score the other night. Played a great defensive game, handled the ball well. It's good to see Jace be aggressive there and look for a shot.
I think we got a mistake on the scoreboard. I believe it's 6-0, not 4-2.
Is correct.
That's their scoreboard mistake, and that's what we're picking up here on TV.
Well, they were excited. They wanted a bucket, too.
5:53 remaining first quarter. Underneath, Langendorfer tips the pass, gets it right back out to Carter Brown. Brown will give to Kep. Top of the key, Kep's working against Castillo. Now feed it underneath. Loose, picked up. Now to Langendorfer. Langendorfer spin moves, tries to shake the defender out, back to Sam Harold. Harold thought about a long three, and now they'll give to Kep and reset. Langendorfer on the right wing. Langendorfer back to the top of the key, stolen away, and Zipfel almost traveled with the basketball. Going up for a shot is Ligon, and he will get the foul. I think that's going to be on Kep.
Well, he got his money worth on that one. That's one where you tell him, we've heard it all before. Make sure if you foul him, you make him earn it at the free throw line, and Kepler decided he wasn't going to let that one be easy. He's going to make him earn it.
So Lagon is 30% from the line. First one is up and good. It's 6-1 Bears. Checking into the game is going to be Gavin Jessing and Dylan Koenig. Carter Brown will have a seat, as will Langendorfer.
Those are pretty early subs for us in our rotation. Coach Homeyer looking at his bench, trying to develop a little more depth here as we get to the end of the year.
6-2 Bears after the free throws by Lagan were both good. Koenig will come up. Defiance in a press, 1-3-1. Koenig gets cross, bounce pass underneath. Jessing, right hand is good, off glass.
Great job there by Dylan Koenig, staying strong with the ball out of that trap, able to gather his dribble, and a nice find of Gavin Jessing.
Lopez finds underneath, and then he'll have to dish it back. Lagan has it, now they'll give back to Lopez. Now back to Lagan, now to Jordan Wright. Wright on the left wing working against Harold, and we're gonna get a foul on Harold as Wright comes in. So that'll be the second team foul for the Golden Bears, first foul for Sammy.
A little too handsy there at the penetration. Probably got caught a little bit there and got his hands in and grabbed as the Defiance player tried to go around.
In. Castillo will bring it up. Actually, that's Wright. Wright will go to the right side for Zipful. Underneath to Lagan. Lagan steps inside the arc, puts up a shot. It's 8-4. And Coach Lehman wants a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Timeouts brought to you by Bryan Ford Lincoln, North Main Street, Bryan, where good values mean a great deal. Main Stop scoreboard shows 8-4 in favor of the Golden Bears. Main Stops are open when you need them. You're always near a Main Stop. Don't forget about Thirsty Thursday every Thursday. Bears came out pretty big on the offensive end, had a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, 8-4 right now. We've been real good on offense. We've hit every shot we've taken, been running good offense, getting good shots. We've even been kind of fumbling the ball around a little bit, playing with fire some, but gathering the basketball back and finishing possessions with good shots.
So what do you think Coach Lehman wanted to talk about there?
I think defense. I think he's probably looking at our personnel, he's going to stay with his full court pressure, maybe change what he's doing out of the pressure. He may not like how easily the press has been broken, wanted to talk about it after a make, have a chance to set things up. Yeah, it looks like they pulled back now. They were picking us up more three-quarter court. That one sagged closer to half court.
They get it down to Jessing, breaking the press. Jessing double team, then back out to Kepler. Now they have it to Koenig, top of the key. Looks like they're in a 2-3 zone right now.
Yeah, and that may have been the change. Let's get back into zone. Try to take away those mid-range jumpers and the shots close to the rim.
Sammy Harold launches a three. It goes off the side of the backboard. Rebound comes down to Dylan Koenig. Oh, what a jump by Koenig.
Great job by him going to gather that ball.
Sam doesn't miss many, and that one missed bad.
Yeah, tough from deep in the corner right there. He had a little bit of pressure. Defender flying out at him, probably rushed. A great job by Koenig to hustle and gather that rebound.
Bears moving around. Jessing underneath will draw the foul. That'll be on Zipful. That'll be his first, team first.
Nice post there by Jessing. Good job being strong with the basketball. It required the foul to knock it away. We need to see some good minutes out of him tonight.
Dominic will inbound on the baseline. Tall pass to Sam Harold. Back to Koenig. Koenig underneath. Nice backdoor cut by Sam Harold, and he gets crushed as he's going up for the shot. Went baseline, and boy, I don't know how he found him out of traffic like that, but he did.
Nice backdoor. We love that elbow entry and the backdoor to the cutter. Nice bounce pass. Sammy could have went shot fake, probably could have went under the basket to protect himself, but just went right at the taller Lagan and forced the foul.
First one for Harold is no good. Sammy is a 70% free throw shooter, and as Dave Brobston and I talked about last time we were here for the girls, this is a different look with people behind the basket. You don't usually see this.
Yeah, it is, and I heard you guys talking about that, and I agree. It's just a way different backdrop than what kids are used to. But like Dave mentioned, it's a good thing to shoot, a good experience, because you're going to get into bigger arenas and tournaments and other times, and it'll be the same way. You don't have the wall behind the hoop.
Yep. Lagan with it, looks to drive, puts up a shot. Looked like he took an extra few steps.
Got that hop in a little early, it looked like.
Yep. Loose ball recovered by the Bulldogs. Here's Lopez looking to drive. puts up a shot, and that's good. And the Bears defense just looked like it cleared him a path.
Yeah, kind of parted like the Red Sea there. I think Sammy Harold was afraid to get too aggressive and pick up that second early. Help side was slow in the rotation.
Koenig brings the ball up. We'll hand to Sam Harold. Back to Koenig now. Harold has it. Harold's double teamed. He'll look to drive. Loses the basketball, gets it back, goes in, drives out to Jessing, who launches a three. No good. Rebound comes down to Carter Dominic. Carter bumped, shot blocked. And Defiance will bring it down quickly. It's Rodenberger. And they get it down to Wright. Now top of the key to Lagon. Lagon will come through, and they're going to get a foul on Kepler. No, they're not going to get Kepler. Who are they going to get? Gavin Jessing? No, Carter Dominic.
And you can see Coach Lehman said in his keys to the game, handle the bumps and attack the rim. And you can see that already. Every possession, shot fake, ball fake, and attack out of Defiance.
Baseline inbound for Jordan Wright. Wright goes tall, caught by Zipfel. Zipfel on the Defiance D. He'll go left side to Lopez. Now back top of the key to Wright. Wright working against Koenig. Wright will go to the left side. Now he'll go left. Koenig giving chase. Out to Lopez. Now they give it to Lagon. Lagon will give underneath to Rodenberger. Rodenberger working on Sam. Gets underneath. And it gets knocked away. Carter Dominic will come down with it. Nice job there by Dylan Koenig to knock that one away.
Yeah, Ziffel got himself buried behind the backboard there. Good defense by Sam Harold, and the help side able to knock that pass down, take it away.
Kepler will look to drive and gets fouled. I believe that's on Garrett Rodenberger. That'll be his first, team third. Actually, a second, that was on Zipfel.
Oh, really?
There was a 4 and a 5 right in that general vicinity.
And they gave it to Zipfel?
They gave it to Zipfel.
Yeah, so he's going to sit for a bit. I was with you. I thought it was on Rodenberger just by where everybody was. And so far, I would say, too, it's only 6 fouls, but this has been called a little tighter than what we've seen. But it's also, I think, a little more physical. You watch these two teams on both ends. You go into the paint, you're going to get banged around. Then Defiance is making an effort to try to attack the Bryan defense and draw fouls.
All right, Kepler gets it off the inbounds pass from Koenig. Kepler will head to his right. Koenig will take the basketball top of the key. Almost falls down with it. Now loses it out of bounds. That'll be a turnover for the Bears. That's one of those unforced errors that Coach was talking about.
A little too much dribbling right there. Help yourself out. Find somebody to get the ball to.
Hutchinson comes into the game and will take the basketball. They feed it underneath to Castillo. Castillo looks to find a Lagon who's screaming through the key and picks it up and in.
Nice flash to the ball right there by the big man from Defiance, and a good find from Castillo.
He has 6 of their 8, so he's the guy the Bears are going to have to mark. Koenig with the basketball, working against Hutchinson. Koenig gives underneath, and we're going to get a timeout called by Coach Homeyer. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Again, timeout sponsored by Bryan Ford Lincoln. Good timeout there for Coach Homeyer, I think.
Well, we're kind of stuck right where we were the last time. Dylan Koenig was trapped with the ball, and then everybody else is getting denied. I think that's a little bit of the Defiance game plan right now. When Koenig's got it, or anybody's got it, they're not playing a whole lot of help side up the line defense. They're pretty much just blanketing their guy and forcing Bryan to win some one-on-one battles with the basketball.
9-8 Defiance, or Bears lead still. 1 minute to go here, first quarter. I think that's still 1 minute exactly. That's kind of strange.
Got fooled there for a minute. You thought they were doing the timeout.
I did, but it wasn't
again.
moving.
Yeah.
So let's see what the Bears can do here.
Run good offense. See if we can force another foul out of Defiance right now. Try to find a way to make a bucket and the first quarter with the lead. And then you've got one of your keys taken care of, or what you start at. Let's continue our confident play. Keep being successful.
Koenig has it.
Good flash by Carter Brown.
I thought it was going to go to Brown. Now Cap has it top of the key. Working against Antonio Lopez. Bears moving around. Here's Harold. Harold drives, puts up a shot, and he will get 2 shots, but the shot did not fall. That would have been nice to have right there.
And that time Rodenberger got the foul. Good strong move by Sammy. He was determined to get the ball to the basket.
Sometimes you got to take a senior and have him go to the hole. You know what I mean? You got to take it on your shoulders.
A nice runner there. Almost got the left-handed runner to go. Good touch off the glass. Just fell off the front.
First foul shot is nothing but cords. That makes it 10-8. Bears. Next one, also good. Bears lead is 3 with 40 seconds to go, first quarter.
Chance to put the press back on here for the Bears.
Couple of guys in here that aren't normally in here, too. Lopez with the basketball. They give to Ligon. Ligon calls over Lopez, who is at the top of the key working on Kepler.
I think both teams are happy to let it run down here inside 15 seconds.
They're moving. 10 on the clock. Ligon top of the key. Rodenberger gives underneath now to Ligon, puts up a shot, and it's good at the end of the quarter.
Good offense there by the Defiance Bulldogs to get a good shot on the baseline.
Yep. That makes the score 11-10 at the end of the first quarter. Going to take this timeout. Back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Let's play together. Bryan, Ohio will have a new inclusive playground on the site of the former Lincoln Elementary School. An inclusive playground is a place for children and families of all physical, mental, and social abilities to learn, play, and grow together. We are currently raising funds with the goal of starting construction this fall. The Lincoln Park Inclusive Playground Project is an initiative of Bryan Parks and Recreation using a project fund at the Bryan Area Foundation. To learn more or make a donation, visit BryanAreaFoundation.org.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State. Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could I just ask?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Back out at Defiance on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Defiance leads or trails Bryan 11-10. I'm used to being the home team. We don't do too many away games. It's throwing me.
That is a little bit of a different feel. I'm looking in the wrong places for things.
That's right, I am. Defiance will get the ball to start the quarter. Logan Hutchinson has the basketball. He'll go left side to Jordan Wright. Wright has it on the left side. Ligon is out right now, so he has got the bulk of your points for Defiance. You need to take advantage here when he's out.
Yeah, he's got 8 of their 10. He's had a really nice start. A couple of nice smooth mid-range jumpers. Really moves well without the ball.
3 ball for Jordan Wright is no good. Rebound comes down to Defiance. Zipful steps on the line, though, and so the Bears will have it right in front of their bench. Carter Brown will inbound. We'll give to Kepler. Defiance playing full court pressure defense, but Kepler over to get it over Jordan Wright. Kep feeds underneath, and ball is turned over. He's trying to find Carter Dominic. I don't know if Carter went the wrong way or he threw it too hard.
Maybe a little too hot to handle. Wasn't there? It wasn't where Carter thought it was going to be, when it was going to be, but looked like Carter catches that and has an easy finish.
Yep. Jordan Wright saves it from going out of bounds. The other way, they feed underneath to Castillo. Castillo puts up a shot, and that rolls around and good. So Defiance takes its first lead of the game at 12-11. I really think after those first couple fouls called down low, the Bears might be a little reluctant to play some tight D underneath the basket.
They're going to have to be careful. Nobody in a purple jersey is a natural-born shot blocker. They've got to really work hard to do it in a game like this that's being called tight with contact. You got to be real careful not to get yourself in foul trouble.
Koenig with the basketball. He'll go right side. Dish back out. 3 ball in the air for Harold is no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and we'll go to Defiance. Went off of Carter Dominic last. Gavin Jessing's going to check in for Carter Dominic. Give him a little bit of rest and probably a little bit of conversation.
You see the Bears come out of their pressure right there, just trying to help themselves a little with some lack of depth right now. Maddox Langendorfer hasn't come back into the game for the Bears. They're playing 6 guys right now until we know what's going on there. So Coach has got to come out of the press, which was really pretty good the last time down the floor. It was an adventure for Defiance bringing it down.
Lagon is down, and he puts it up and in. And again, he's got, 10 of the 14 now?
And we've got to do a better job. We've got to force him to shoot the three. We keep flying out on that shot fake, and he's blown by 3 times now. There's no reason. Let's make him shoot it. He's got 2 makes on the year from 3. Let's make him shoot that ball and not give him easy angles and routes to the basket.
Harold with the basketball. It's Harold and Koenig back and forth. Now Kep has it. Kep will go left side. Now back to Kep. Underneath to Brown. Hand off to Kep. He loses the basketball, able to save it and get a blocking foul is going to be called on number 4, Braylon Zipfel. And that's going to be 3 on him if that's who they called it on.
Now, he was the only one over there. It's going to be his third. That's a tough luck one, just trying to trap Kepler on the sideline after the exchange between Carter Brown and Kep was fumbled towards the sideline. Zipfel came over, tried to cut him off, and Jace beat him to the spot, forced the foul. That's a tough one for your third one this early in the second quarter.
Kepler go underneath, then give out to Sam Harold, launches the 3, buries it. Tie ball game at 14.
That was good timing, good rhythm. Didn't force it. That was a good catch and shoot off a nice baseline pass from Kepler to Harold.
The Bryan defensive pressure caused Coach Lehman to call a timeout. This one's going to be a full one. Timeout sponsored by Bryan Ford Lincoln. Main stop scoreboard shows 14-14. Going to take this timeout back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, 14 all, 5:20 remaining second quarter. Sam Harold just hit a nice 3 to tie things up. Bears had the early lead, but Defiance slowly chipped away at it. And I think the difference in the game is the Bears haven't been particularly aggressive in the paint on the defensive end. Couple of quick fouls early on caused, the Bears to shy away just a little bit.
Well, I think you had it in the keys. Coach Lehman said he wanted to see his guys get to the basket. They'd only shot 50 free throws to this point in the year through 5 games, and they wanted to see that number go up. So they've made an effort all night to really attack the hoop.
And we're going to get a foul. That's going to be on Koenig.
A little grabbing and holding out there. I thought the whistle might come a little earlier like that. I think the Defiance player, Jordan Wright, kind of thought the same thing, but eventually got the whistle once he got to the baseline.
Wright will look to inbound. Tall passes, tipped. Rodenberger has it. Now 3-ball for Lagon is no good. Rebound comes down to Sam Harold. And that's what you're talking about. He only has the 2 made threes, but he's got 10 of their 14 in the paint.
And he wanted that shot. He did it because we still challenged the shot and left our feet, but he wanted to take that all the way.
Shot is blocked by Lagon the other way from Kepler. Defiance moving it down quickly with Lopez. Lopez got buried down, shoots to Lagon, who gets a shot at the foul line to take the 16-14 lead.
And that's where he's been good, anywhere from about 8 to 12, 13 feet. He's been real smooth with his jump shot tonight. I like the way that looks. A lot of confidence in his shot right now.
Kep will give on the right side over to Koenig. Koenig will give to Brown, top of the key, now back to Kep. Koenig, right side. Harold has it, now back to Kepler, left wing. Kepler dribbles through, screen, and then gets it underneath to Jessing. Jessing will turn, work, put up a shot. It is blocked. Rebound comes down to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I like the aggression. I like Gavin attacking the basket there. Goes strong through the chest of the player. Kind of fell away at the end, and it wasn't strong through to finish.
Lagon has it on the left side again. Now over to Castillo. Castillo looks to drive, working on Kepler. Working on Sam, puts it up and in. 18-14.
Defiance has come out a little bit hotter here.
Yep.
Got 2 post players that are feeling pretty good. Castillo comes in averaging 12, and Lagon averaging 9, and those guys are having no problem right now with their shots.
Going to get a foul called on Defiance. That'll be on 11. Jordan Wright, that'll be his first. 18-14. Defiance leads here with 3:30 remaining. Foul was really away from the basketball.
Well, just putting a ton of pressure. A lot of ball pressure there by the defender Wright against Koenig, trying to force the turn. Clear out on the logo. But that's the way that man-to-man's been. Now they go back to zone against the out-of-bounds play, change things up a little bit.
Keep giving Bryan different looks. Kepler has on the right side underneath. And we're going to get a traveling violation called on Gavin Jessing.
Right idea. Nice job going baseline. A great wrap pass there to Carter Brown. Just got the extra step in there. 5 turnovers now for the Bears, and we need to answer the defensive intensity of Defiance down there with running some crisper offense and ending with some good shots.
Defiance moving around. Lagan has it on the right side. Lagan looks to feed inside. Bears have it sealed pretty well. Lopez now top of the key, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Castillo, no good, and then the Bears will get the rebound on that one. So a couple of shots for the Bulldogs on this end. Bears are going the other way. 18-14.
Yeah, Defiance is going to want that second one back. That was an easy bucket off the nice offensive rebound that just couldn't get it to drop. And somewhere, an old fan yelled, "Use the glass," I guarantee it.
Harold goes baseline, puts up a shot, no good, and he was just hammered the whole way through. Now stolen away by Koenig. Coach
Nice
Holmeyer wanted Koenig to go right to the hoop.
Attack the basket.
They had numbers. Koenig will go in now, dish out to Harold. That's Brown, excuse me. Now Harold has it. Harold drives, puts up a shot, and we're going to get a blocking call on Defiance. I think that's going to be on Khalil Lagan. No, it's not.
No, that was on Rodenberger. Sammy did a pretty good job there initiating the contact. When the whistle blew, I was a little interested to see how it was going to go because he was determined again to get to the hoop, put his shoulder right into Rodenberger's chest, and senior from Bryan got the call. That's 2 now on Rodenberger, so you got 2 on him and 3 on Zipfel, and there Lagan got that one. And that'll be 2 on him as well.
It's really amazing to me what I've seen out of here so far is that calls away from the basket are being whistled a lot, but there's so much contact in the paint.
Yeah, I really thought that the other night, too. I thought there was a lot of stuff called out on the perimeter. You're exactly right. A lot of hand check stuff called, a lot of reaching and grabbing outside, but when you get inside around the basket, you really got to get hit hard to go to the rim, or go to the free throw line.
Lagan frustrated again as he knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bears. A couple of times he has gotten somewhat animated towards the official.
I thought he needed to be careful after that last one. He was trying to talk to the official after that block call.
We saw a quick whistle against Defiance, and we're going to get a traveling violation as Dylan Koenig fell down. Against Hicksville, we saw that quick technical.
Yeah, and that was probably I probably agreed with that one more than any technical I've seen just in the moment. You know, the official was right there. That player got a little too animated too fast.
Defiance has it coming this way. Top of the key to Castillo. Now they'll go left side to Lopez, and we're going to get a foul in the key. I think that's going to be on Carter Dominic.
Trying to knock down the cutter on the baseline right there. I just happened to be looking at that spot. Put a forearm into the chest of, I think, Rodenberger as he was cutting baseline. The official happened to be looking at it, too.
And they gave that to Brown.
Foul.
They gave that to Brown. Nope, they changed it. They originally had 23 up on the board.
Carter wouldn't minded.
3 ball to Lopez is no good. Rebound comes the other way. Kepler. Just really surprised that the Bears are happy to set up into their offense on those fast breaks. Feel like you want to take that to the basket, right to the hoop.
Take advantage again. The fouls are in our favor right now. Continue to attack. Force Defiance to get into more of their bench if you can. Make them start the second half at the disadvantage of having starters with multiple fouls.
Knocked away, and Dominic picks it back up. Active hands by Jordan Wright for Defiance.
Yeah, I've been impressed with the Defiance defense. They've been really active, getting their hands on a lot of passes. Even in this 2-3 zone, you can see they want to creep out. The top of that zone right now, those guys look like they're just waiting for Coach Lehman to turn them loose. They just want to go get that ball.
Bears looking to delay here as Kepler is standing on the Defiance D, just bouncing the ball. This possession started after the tip with a minute left in the quarter, and we're down to 32 seconds now, so the Bears in no hurry.
I think Defiance is happy to go to the half with the lead, and the Bears want to try to get the best shot they can here, running the clock all the way down at the end against this 2-3 zone.
Harold on the right wing gives to Koenig. Tell you what, the Bears need a shot here. They have not been particularly good at the end of quarters and halves.
Yeah, time to run something here. Not burning a timeout. We've had plenty of time to get ourselves ready to take a shot.
6 seconds. Kepler will now drive through, put up a shot, and it is no good. Rebound comes down to Defiance. They heave it, and it'll hit the fans on the far sideline here, and we'll go to halftime with the main stop scoreboard showing 18-14 in favor of the Golden Bears. Of Defiance, 18-14. Bears had an early lead, but Defiance slowly chipped away, and Khalil Lagan was the guy that has done the most chipping away of this one, and he has done a great job of being able to steal it away. The Golden Bears not so aggressive inside the paint on the defensive end, and offensively just not able to get enough going, especially in the second quarter, and that's where we stand now at Defiance 18, Bryan 14. The main stop scoreboard. Main stops open when you need them. You're always near a main stop. Don't forget about Thirsty Thursday every Thursday. Going to take this time out. When we come back, we'll have some halftime stats and more after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knurk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
At Oberlin, Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we understand that family is at the heart of everything we do.
Being family-owned and family-focused is not just a slogan for us, it's a way of life. We walk alongside you during life's most challenging moments, providing a guiding hand and a shoulder to lean on.
With heartfelt care and attention to detail, we tailor each service to honor the life and the memories of your loved one. We treat you like family because your journey is our journey.
Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
Back on the Golden Bear Sports Network, halftime, 18-14 in favor of the Defiance Bulldogs as we're in the Bryan Athletic Boosters halftime show. Got a Special Olympics basketball game going on. They did this at halftime of the JV as well. It's believed Defiance, all of Defiance County versus Liberty Center playing here in Special Olympics basketball. Chris Malanga, Brian Arnold here with you. And boy, it was a tough one. The Golden Bears got an early lead, and then just able Defiance chipped away at it and made it kind of rough here as we went along.
Yeah, we had that 11-10 lead at the end of one, and then got outscored 8-3 there in the second quarter. Didn't turn it over a lot. We didn't get a lot of shots of it. Defiance just was intense with the pressure. Things just we didn't jive very well offensively there in the second quarter. The way we were finishing, the shots we were getting in the first quarter didn't happen in the second quarter. So that's going to be, you talked about how rebounding the other night was a loud point of emphasis at halftime. I think better shots and crisper offense is going to be the order of business for the Bears in the locker room tonight.
All right, let's take a look at our halftime statistics here as we pop them up, and I'll let you go ahead and go through those.
All right, so overall field goals for the Bears tonight, they are 5 of 11. Didn't get a ton of shots off, like I said, there in the second quarter. 1 of 4 from 3. Sammy Harold has that. Sammy's been to the free throw line 4 times. He's 3 of 4. Bears have 6 turnovers, and Gavin Jessing has a bucket off of the bench for the Bears tonight for their 2 bench points. On the Defiance side of things, 8 of 18, 0 of 4 from 3. And 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 5 turnovers for them. No points off of the bench for the Bulldogs right now. On the defensive side, on the Defiance side of the ledger, the big story has been Khalil Lagan. His 12 points here of the 18 that Defiance scored has been huge. He's the one that's been the balance and the calming force on offense. When they've needed a shot, he's been available. He's moved really well without the basketball. He's been shooting anywhere 12 to 15 feet and real smooth. He's taken the 1-3. That one looked like a good shot, but I think that's what we have to have. We have to stop going after every ball fake, shot fake on that three-point line and allowing him to drive. Let's make him hit those jumpers from 24, 25 feet versus getting 4 or 5 feet away.
Who else has points for the Bulldogs?
The next leading scorer is 4 points with Brogan Castillo, the senior. He's got 4. He got all of those in the second quarter. And then Antonio Lopez has got a bucket also to get him to their 18. And then on the Bears side of the ledger, it looks a lot the same. 8 points for Sammy Harold. And then we've got 2 for Jessing, 2 for Kepler, and 2 for Langendorfer. So, it's been 2 guys right now scoring for both teams. And Lagone is up by 4, and Defiance is up by 4.
There you have it. So there's our halftime stats. Right now, the main stop scoreboard shows 18-14 in favor of Defiance. Main stop's open when you need them. You're always near a main stop. Don't forget Thirsty Thursday every Thursday. Going to take this time out. Come back with more after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause,
To the school board and administration,
And everyone who played a role in this project.
we just want to say
thank you.
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington school property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan Bill!
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network halftime, 18-14 as we're in the Bryan Athletic Boosters halftime show here at Defiance. And Bears had the early lead, but Defiance has really kind of picked their game up in the second quarter, and we're at 18-14. Concern is Maddox Langendorfer. We have not seen him. He left the bench. We have not seen him at all. And so don't know what the issue is there, but hopefully Maddox is okay, whatever's going on. And, that's tough when you lose a guy like Maddox Langendorfer.
And that changes things. Yep. We've talked about already our depth and our rotation. I'll be interested to see if Maddox isn't able to go, and hopefully he is, but if Maddox isn't able to go, I'll be interested to see if we're just going to play with 6 or if we're going to pull somebody else into the rotation, somebody else who's played some limited minutes in JV maybe or limited quarters so they're available. This is why you have that. This is why they're available. So, and we're going to need guys. This is going to happen in other ball games, foul trouble, some injuries. Need some guys who come in under the bright lights of a varsity ball game, the speed of varsity ball game, and are ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is tough right there. Chris Malanga, Brian Arnold with you. And, boy, tell you what, at halftime, what are you talking about if you're Coach Homeyer? We talked about the rebounding aspect against Stryker, and then the Bears miraculously started rebounding better in the second quarter, and talked to him a little bit in the pregame show that, yes, the discussion got a little loud. What is getting loud in the locker room right now?
I think it's shot selection and running our offense. The Bears got away from what they were doing in the first quarter with ball movement and players cutting and moving without the ball, and we were getting a lot of good looks on jump shots in the second quarter. I thought there were a couple of times it just looked like Defiance was almost isolating whoever had the ball in their hands. We're going to glue to everybody else and just challenge us to play a one-on-one game. I don't think that's anybody's strength really at the high school level to not run some kind of offense, but they were putting our ball handlers in a spot where you got to do this by yourself because we're going to take everybody else away, and then we just weren't able to create enough good shots and good opportunities. So I would imagine the topic of conversation is, what are we going to do to get ourselves better looks? What are we going to run offensively to get ourselves a lot more crisp with what we're doing and get back to being more efficient?
Yeah, that's definitely something that needs to happen. The Bears definitely need to be more efficient. Want to thank our sponsors bringing you the game tonight. They include Andrews O'Neill Lowe, Bryan Parks and Rec, Fackler Monument, Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, and Breininger, Oberlin, Turnbull, Funeral and Crematory, Veteran Services of Williams County, Starks Plumbing and Heating, Northwest State Community College, Jason Dietsch Automotive Services, Danielle Van Atta Agency, and the Bryan Athletic Boosters. Thank you so much for being sponsors for these broadcasts, helping us get on the air. Got a couple of exciting things coming up. First off, we've got another game Monday night as we head to Napoleon. And Reese Grotehouse going to join us on the broadcast. That should be a fun one. Hear from a former player. And I'm interested to see how Napoleon's doing. Coach Craig Cicero, the new coach at Napoleon, and his daughter, a freshman, who is pretty much one of their better players, one of their leading scorers. It'd be interesting to see her. She's just a freshman. So that's exciting. And then, of course, you got the Holiday Classic coming up the 28th and 29th, and it's going to be Fairview, Bryan, Montpelier, and Stryker in that. And we'll have all those games for you on the Golden Bear Sports Network, all of the JV and the varsity games. And once we get through the Holiday Classic, can you believe we start league play as we're going to Archbold, and then the following night, Archbold's coming to see us?
That's all going to come too fast. The first of the year is going to be here, but once January rolls around, now you're into your league games, and for both the boys and the girls, that's when things get real.
Yep,
you've had your December to try to get yourself ready. You've had your schedule to get you prepared, and now league games coming knocking in January, and that's where things will get fun.
Coach Homeyer told me that Coach Frank from Archbold was in attendance at the game against Stryker, and Brian, he said, wow, that's kind of intense. We don't play them till January 11th, and they don't play Stryker till late in the season. He was out there scouting early.
Coach Frank probably saw an opportunity, a little 2-for-1. I think any coach that likes to scout in person appreciates the opportunity to get two opponents for the price of one ticket through the door. So I saw Coach Frank there that night also sitting up in the top of the section. I think that says a little bit, too, about he knows, even if we've struggled wins and losses-wise, we're starting 4 seniors, we're starting a junior that's been a 3-year starter now. He knows that this is as good a Bryan team as we've had in a couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the Bears will get the basketball to start the second half of play. And the Bears will bring it up. Koenig in at the point guard. Moving it around. Koenig has it on the right side. Goes underneath to Sam Harold. Harold launches a fadeaway jumper, is good from inside the arc, about 18 feet.
A little better offense there. We talked about it. I think that was something that Coach might have emphasized there. Good job swinging the ball around the perimeter. Nice baseline cut by Sammy Harold, and a nice jump shot to finish off the possession.
Defiance moves it the other way.
And the best part about a make, free throws, whatever, is the Bears get a chance to set up a little bit of pressure.
Yep.
Even if it's not forcing a lot of turnovers, at least make the Defiance guards work to get the ball up the floor.
3 ball in the air for Defiance. That's Jordan Wright. He normally is a 40% free throw shooter and hits this one to make it 21-16.
Yeah, the first 3 of the night for Defiance. They had been 0 for 4 up to that point.
Kepler with the basketball will give over to Carter Dominic. Now back to Kep. Kep drives to the middle of the key, puts up a shot, foul line extended. Jumper's good.
Well, that's just an old school, get the ball to the elbow. Nice jump shot there by Jace Kepler. 2 possessions, 2 good shots, 2 makes. So hopefully that's a little bit of what's to come. Yeah, it had to be. I thought that was really close to 10 seconds. Again, token pressure. Bears aren't trapping. They're just trying to keep the ball in front of them and make it hard to get up the floor. And Defiance guards lost track of the clock there a little bit, I think, playing catch in the backcourt.
Yep, they went back and forth, left to right the whole way up. So Bears will inbound. Defiance back in the man-to-man. Brown at the top of the key, now over to Koenig. Koenig will give to Kep. Now to Sammy Harold, now back to Koenig, left side. Underneath, throws it away. Garrett Rodenberger steps in front of the pass that's intended for Carter Brown.
A good anticipation there from the Defiance defender.
Defiance swinging it around the outside. Ligon comes up, shot is partially blocked by Carter Dominic, who stays here with Defiance. Off-balance jumper for Defiance, and they're able to save it out of bounds. Ligon puts up a shot and good. I tell you what, 3 good shots down there for Defiance.
Good hustle there by the Defiance player.
Wright going out of bounds, saving it.
Nice job by him, finding it. He had time to catch, turn, and find Ligon out on the perimeter.
Bears looking to drive. Dominic has the basketball, puts up a shot. That is good as well. Inside the arc, 18-footer.
And that's what the Bears need. That's Carter Dominic's first points of the night, and he was big, 18 the other night. We need to get him back to being aggressive on offense.
3 ball by Ligon is no good. Nobody goes for the rebound. Carter Dominic takes it pretty easy.
That's a shot early in the possession right there. I'm not sure that's what Coach Lehman wants, but Ligon is also the leading scorer and the hot player right now for the Bulldogs.
Bump through And I think that the way he reacted, I think that's Brogan Castillo that's going to get the foul.
Yeah, he was trying to work his way through that screen a little too aggressively there and running through Sammy Harold in the process.
That'll be his first foul, first team foul of the quarter. Inbound. Kepler, tight defense from Antonio Lopez. Gives over to Dominic, now gives back to Koenig. Koenig will hand to Kep. Kep loses the basketball, and they're going to say he bumped.
Maybe they're calling an offensive foul. They're moving screen on Sammy Harold.
So, Coach Homeyer disagrees.
But you haven't found too many coaches that agree with an offensive foul on a screen. Nobody. Yeah. That's just turnover. You hate to lose a possession on something like that, but I do think Sammy kind of kicked a hip out there a little bit.
Nice defense here by Dylan Koenig. Working against Antonio Lopez. They get it underneath to Castillo, puts up a shot good. Off glass.
I feel like we've gone back in time in this game tonight. Not a lot of threes taken, a lot of two-point shots from 10 to 15 feet. It feels like you have a lot of conversations with people about basketball today, and it's either layups or threes. It feels like most games, and this is the night for the mid-range jumper.
Got some Indiana basketball going on with Coach Knight. And stolen away by Castillo, able to pick up the dribble, put it up, and make the shot. It's a 7-point lead, and Coach Homeyer wants a 30-second timeout to talk about it. Timeouts today sponsored by Bryan Ford Lincoln, North Main Street. Bryan, where good values mean a great deal. Main stop scoreboard shows 27-20. Going to take a quick timeout. Back after this.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State. Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, 27-20. Defiance has put a little run on here. 5-0 run. And
Golden Bears, defense. Yeah, Castillo ran right through, and not fouling, but ran right through Sam Harold's dribble there. Kind of surprised Sammy. Took that ball away, able to gather it, and then a great finish with a reverse layup, protecting himself from Jace Kepler with the rim.
So full court pressure coming as Carter Brown sends the ball in to Harold. Now they get it to Koenig. Koenig working against Jordan Wright. Wright, tight defense. Koenig goes all the way down, breaks that pressure. He still has the basketball, gives over to Carter Brown. Carter will hand to Sam Harold. Harold working against Castillo.
You got to be impressed with the Defiance man-to-man defense. Yep. A lot of intensity. There aren't a lot of open spots. Been getting their hands on a lot of things, and there's no easy path to the basket for anybody.
Harold puts it up and in right
Sammy
over Brogan Castillo.
For every inch of that.
Yep, exactly. Now the Bears double team. Nearly stolen away. They get it over to the timeline down to Rodenberger. Rodenberger working against Koenig, and now they'll reset with Wright at the top of the key, standing on the corner of that Defiance D.
Well, obviously the best thing for the Bears is to keep scoring, which is the dumbest statement ever, but to keep scoring so you can set up your pressure.
You're right.
We're a lot better defensively when we have a chance to start a possession with pressure.
And foul, Lagon is fouled. Let's see who they get. I think that might be Carter Dominic.
Yeah, it's going to be his third.
Yep. Problem is, who do you put in on the bench? You got Gavin Jessing sitting there.
You got Gavin Jessing sitting there, and then anybody else that comes in is going to be their first meaningful varsity minutes.
The first one is missed by Lagon. Jessing will check in for Carter Dominic. No, he's not. He's checking in for Koenig. That's interesting.
Yeah, so a little bit of a roll of the dice here with Dominic. Need Carter to play smart with 3 minutes left still here in the third quarter and 3 fouls on him, and no Maddox Langendorfer.
Next one is no good as well. Rebound comes down to Castillo, and we're going to get a foul on Kepler. And Castillo head to the line for a couple of Welling Construction free throws. Welling Construction, third-generation family-owned general contractor for quality custom homes, renovation projects, and commercial work. Contact us at 419-636-3712.
Good hard work there by Braden Castillo to pull that in, or Brogan Castillo to pull that in. Offensive rebound off the free throw miss. And then Jace Kepler's just got to stay on the floor. It's so tempting to go for that shot fake. Got him up in the air, and then Castillo just put his shoulder into him to get himself to the free throw line.
Castillo missed the first one and the second one. Rebound comes down, gets knocked out of bounds. We'll go with the Bears.
We expect a friendlier rim out of your home.
That's right.
Out of your home bat or friendly roll out of that home rim.
Were just not good. They all hit
four
rim.
of those free throws hit a lot of rim.
Yes,
they hit the rim
did.
a lot of times. They all fell out. So the Bears dodge it there. Dodge 4 free throws. Still down just 5. Need to finish this possession with a good bucket.
Kepler lost the basketball, able to get it back, work it against Lopez. He may have rushed things just a little bit. Jessing will go baseline. Garrett Rodenberger playing some tight D. They'll try to get it to Sam Harold. No, they got it to Carter Dominic.
And you see that Defiance defense is just all about get up in your face all over the floor.
And that's going to be on Cahill Lagon, and
that'll be his third, I think.
2 team fouls. And he's over discussing the official. And actually the official's talking about him and Carter Dominic.
Yeah, I think you mentioned this earlier. Lagon was happy to share his opinion with the official on the one call against one of his teammates, and he continued to talk after that whistle right there.
But the official spoke to Carter Dominic too, so I don't know what that was all about.
Well, if they were having words together, I'm sure we're trying to make sure we keep both guys under control here.
Bounce pass underneath to Jessing. Quickly, Defiance covers it. Underneath to Dominic. Dominic goes baseline. Dominic puts up a tough shot. Dominic will head to the line to shoot 2.
Good strong move there by Carter Dominic. That's what we saw the other night. Good aggressive offense out of him in the post. And we need that right now to find some more scoring and help out Sam Harold.
Rodenberger will pick up foul number 3 off the bench.
You got 3 Defiance players. Ziffel, who I think has not played this quarter with his 3 fouls.
Nope.
Ziffel, Rodenberger, and Lagon all with 3 now.
Carter Dominic misses the first free throw.
These rims don't like free throws on either end.
53% shooter normally. Bears is a team 57% from the line. That one's good. So I guess keeping true to his average.
Yep. Yep. And the first Bear to go to the free throw line that it wasn't named Sam Harold tonight.
Yep. Wright brings it up with 2:17 remaining third quarter. Wright will go to the right wing. Hutchinson now will go baseline. Then he'll find Lopez. Lopez will drive in, lose the basketball, pick it back up, and find Hutchinson. Now top of the key to Castillo. Now they give it over to Wright. Wright with a long 3, in and out, rebound tipped around, and we're going to get a foul on Defiance.
And the 4th foul on Rodenberger, trying to tip that rebound away. That's a tough one.
Well, Defiance has 1 fewer player on their roster than the Golden Bears do, and they play a very tight rotation too. Basically, we've seen Rodenberger and Hutchinson. That's it.
Yes, you're right. You're right. They've played 7 also. 2 with 3, 1 with 4. 2 minutes left in the third quarter yet.
Bears need to get this over the timeline. They do, and Brown gets converged on, and he'll go fouled, and that's 4 on Khalil Lagon.
Yep, if that goes on, and it does, goes on 23. All right, so now 4 on the leading scorer for Defiance.
He needs to be careful. Right? He does.
He needs to calm down, needs to be careful. You're not going to change it. It's happened, it's over now. We'll see what Coach Lehman wants to do here.
Well, they've got Braden Zipfel checking back in. Breslin Zipfel, excuse me. Want to get the names right. Brown will go to the line. 50% from the line average. First one is up and good. Pagan will sit down. Zipfel checks back in. Also going to see Dylan Koenig come in.
And now you got both staffs are going to be playing a little bit of calculus here in the fourth quarter of how to manage rotations when your benches are not deep at all. You don't play very deep. So now you're going to have to see, do we have guys that we're going to get on the floor and step up who haven't had to do that? Or we're going to rely on our couple of guys off the bench to help us, and everybody else has got to pull things together.
That one is good for Brown, too. 27-25. The Defiance lead is 2. The minute 38 remaining third quarter. Bears looking to put a little full court pressure on. Ooh, nearly a travel by Antonio Lopez. Might have been.
I thought a little bit of a shuffle of the feet on the land/jump stop on the logo right there.
Right with the basketball, they'll go right side to Zipfel. Oh, thought about a 3.
Bears need to stay down on those shot fakes.
Now top of the key to Wright. Wright puts up a shot at the foul line. It's good. We are watching 1980s basketball right now.
Somewhere, someone is very happy. And there's probably a lot of someone's very happy to see some mid-range jump shots, some shot fakes, good attack off the dribble.
Bobby Knight is smiling down from
There's
heaven.
some fundamentals happening tonight.
Bears moving it around. Brown with it. Brown will cross over underneath to Harold. Now back out. Up, shot with the right hand, no good for Kepler. Rebound will come down to Defiance. 38 seconds to go.
Great find by Sammy Harold. A good look there from Jace Kepler. He wants that one back from about 8 feet.
Defiance looking to just kill the clock out.
He's got to count.
If you're the Golden Bears right here, the thing you do not want at the end of this quarter is a foul. You don't want a bucket either, but
right,
you don't want to get a foul.
That's
underneath
what you want.
Turnover right there. Bears are rushing
second
it
and a
down.
half, and that was a perfect time for the Golden Bears. Boy.
Oh, what a throw to the
bump
thing.
right there. Jace Kepler just got chested right to the baseline, and then his pass went off the rim.
Into the seats.
I'm going to say out of the three officials, the one who didn't blow the whistle there has not blown his whistle very much tonight, but Jace took a pretty hard chest right there and knocked him off the line.
1 second. And a half-court shot is no good, so we head to the fourth quarter, 29-25. We're going to take this timeout, come back with more after this as Defiance leads the Bears on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause.
To the school board and administration.
And everyone who played a role in this project.
We just want to say...
Thank you!
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington school property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan Bill!
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
STEM is everywhere. Like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead. STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. The only limit is your imagination. Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Fourth quarter action here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. It is Defiance 29, Bryan 25.
You know, the difference in the game right now is that 5-point second quarter for Defiance when the Bears were just not good at all on defense. That was an 11-11 quarter there. Still a 4-point deficit for the Bears, but foul trouble's the story right now. Lagan starts the quarter on the bench. Rodenberger's on the bench, both with 4 fouls. Zipfel's on the floor with 3 for Defiance. So again, the Bears take advantage.
And a shot is no good. Rebound comes down to Jessing. Lopez made that shot. And I'll tell you what, Zipfel's playing hard still out there with 3 fouls.
Well, he should be feeling really good and feeling like, man, I got to make up some time because he sat pretty much the entire third quarter and a lot of the second. He wants to make up for that. He's quarterback in the fall for a good Defiance football team that went into the second round of the playoffs. So good athlete for sure.
Shot is blocked as Dylan Koenig goes on and Brogan Castillo says, no, thank you.
Well, and I thought there for a second we might have seen Dilla's first shot attempt for the year, but he saw a second. Nice job. He's got to attack the basket, at least look at it from time to time. Teams can't defend 4 when he's on the floor, so it's a good decision. Shot blocked or not, a good decision.
Harold has the basketball at the inbound, loses the basketball. And
good defense
Hutchison
right there from
off.
number 2, Logan Hutchison. The way this game's going, this game's still in the 20s. Every possession matters. Bears get stops. They've got to get buckets on the other end.
Shot is missed, but the Bears will foul on the rebound. Could have been any number of people. Let's see who they get.
Looks like Carter Brown.
Carter Brown.
I think they called that on the shot.
So that'll put Jordan Wright to the line. He's only 25% free throw shooter, so he's the guy you want on the line right now. First one is good. Gonna make a liar out of me.
Well, you're still right. You still want him there. He's been good here in the second half for Coach Lehman. He's got all 6 of his points in the second half, and they only made 3 for Defiance right now.
That one's good.
And he figured out that rim. Just don't hit it.
He did. Don't hit it. That's right.
He's just telling his teammates, I don't know why you guys are making this so hard. Just don't hit the rim. It won't bounce out.
6-point lead for the Bulldogs. 6:49 remaining. Bears need to make up some ground here. Carter Brown with the basketball, looks to drive. Tall pass over to Sam Harrell, just too much.
That's what the Bears can't afford. You've got most important player for Defiance on the bench right now, their best sub on the bench right now, and that's back-to-back possessions with turnovers against good Defiance defense. But we've got to get some shots here.
And if you remember the keys to the game for Bryan, do the small things and don't make silly mistakes.
Yep. Sammy Harrell just got the ball taken away from him with free throw line on jump shot, but that was a little bit silly, a little tall coming off. We've got to be able to execute that pass in the fourth quarter of a 2-possession basketball game.
Shot is up and no good for Defiance. Rebound will come down. They'll get a foul on the rebound for Carter Brown. That was Lopez again. Took that shot.
Somebody lost Lopez Castillo on the backside there. He came through and grabbed that offensive rebound, and Carter Brown kind of got surprised to see him come flashing through, got caught off guard.
Ball knocked away from Castillo by Brown. Defiance will keep it. 6:16 remaining here, fourth quarter. Defiance leads by 6.
Nice hands on the trap there by Sam Harrell. I think he thought he got one off one of the Defiance players' legs.
Defiance just holding the basketball, saying, come out and guard me.
Yeah, 6-point lead in a game like this feels like double digits.
We're going to foul on Jace Kepler. Wow.
That's 3 quick fouls here on the Golden Bears. Already 3 team fouls with 6 left. We know when we get to 5, we're shooting.
Yep.
And that's 3 on Kepler. Yeah, the Bears are going to have to come out and defend. Defiance will be more than happy to milk time off every possession right now in this ball game.
Zipful will bring it up over to Lopez. Lopez will hand off to Wright. Wright comes through the key, then gives back to Lopez. Lopez will drive in, lose the basketball. Castillo comes down with it. Now a 3-ball in the air for Defiance. That's good. That's a dagger right there as Jordan Wright picks that up.
A lot of ball game left, but you're right. That's a big 3 for Defiance, making it a 9-point lead. Biggest gap for either team tonight.
Let's see, they come through the key, put up a shot. That is no good for Kepler. Rebound comes down to the Dogs.
Again, got a good look.
Yep.
We'll see what the Bears have got now. Down 9, 5 minutes left. We'll see what we've got here as far as intestinal fortitude. Can we make one more run at Defiance?
Coach Lehman wants a timeout to talk about it. It'll be a full timeout. Timeout's brought to you by Bryan Ford Lincoln. We're going to take it with him. The main stop scoreboard shows 34-25 Defiance. Back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory since 1922. We've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, 34-25 Bears trail. And a big 3-ball there by Antonio Lopez, or was that Jordan Wright?
Jordan Wright.
Jordan Wright, who made a big one there, and that was pretty much in a 34-25 game, a 3 like that.
Well, and he's been big. He's come in, he's started, but he's come out the second half. Didn't score in the first half. He's got 10. 5 in the third now, the first 5 points to start this quarter for Defiance, and he's hit both of their 3s, so he's playing pretty confident basketball right now. Just a sophomore, and he's had a pretty good night.
And he lost the basketball there, but able to get it back. Couple of times now Defiance has put it on the floor. Ooh, and almost picked up a travel right there. Zipfel will come through the middle of the key, put up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down. And Zipfel almost got another foul. He made a lot of contact there. bringing it down quickly. Here's Noah Heward, who has come up off the bench.
Giving Jace Kepler a break right now for the Bears.
Brown through the middle of the key. Good find, and we're going to get a foul.
Good backdoor cut there by Carter Brown on the overplay up on the three-point line.
Did they call that on Lopez or on Castillo?
I think he called it on Zipfel. He just picked up his fourth.
Wow.
I tell you, the interesting thing is 4 fouls on 3 Defiance players, and there's 2 other guys that both have 1 each. So it hasn't even been shared.
Yeah. And it's stolen away by Jordan Wright. And he's going to get a foul. And, boy, that really feels like anticipation foul right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that good anticipation by Wright up top to make it to. He's gotten so active here in the second half. He's been the difference maker, especially with Lagone on the bench. Not able to do much for Defiance as he sits over there with 4, and Wright's really picked up the slack.
First foul shot is no good. Bears have 14 fouls, so the next one Defiance will be shooting anyway.
Yeah, good news, bad news. Good news now, you foul them, they're going to the line. Bad news is that now they foul them, they're going to the line every time, shooting foul or not, and they're going to get 2 shots at it.
That one's good. 10-point lead now for Defiance. Bears need points on this possession.
They need points in every possession, and they need points early in the possession. We don't have time to run a lot of offense here. It's going to get late in a hurry with 4 minutes left.
Harold puts up an off-balance shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Defiance. And Defiance is in no hurry.
Defiance is definitely, they need credit for their half-court defense. They've made life hard on the Bears all night long. There's been no easy looks for the Golden Bears, especially for Sam Harold, who they know coming in is the guy you got to take away from Bryan.
Right. And he turns it away. Oh, they're going to say that was off the Golden Bears.
Good deflection there by Dylan Koenig, trying to get up the line and help.
Nice job there by Heward. Let's see, Jessing comes in, as does Kep. 35-25, 3:39 remaining. Tall inbound pass to Lopez. Lopez will get it over the timeline quickly. Underneath, Castillo working against Carter Dominic. Now they get it back out, and they're happy to just move it around now.
Bears are going to have to be aggressive. They're going to have to take some chances.
Bump foul there by Jessing. That'll put him to the line.
Zipfel has had one of those nights where he's just not even been in the game enough to probably feel in the flow. This is with his first point of the night with that free throw.
36-25. Bears had a lead pretty much into the second quarter. And Defiance has slowly chipped away, and their defense has done a lot more than their offense.
Defense has been a big problem for the Bears. The Defiance defense has been a big problem for the Bears. Just have not had the answer. That's
thrown away again by the Golden Bears.
That's 8 turnovers now just in the second half for the Bears, with 6 in the first, so up to 14 now over their season average.
Defiance going the other way with it. The Bears have to come out and foul. Try to extend this game or try to poke it away.
Down 12 now. It'll be interesting to see how they do approach that. If they can come down and get a couple quick buckets and get this back to single digits, then I think, yes, you got to foul in these possessions. But right now, it's just a matter of trying to get stops.
Yep. Castillo puts that one up, make it 39-25.
And Bears still looking for the first points of the quarter as Defiance is pulling away.
It's 10-0, is that right?
Yes.
Shot is missed by Carter Dominic. Falling out of bounds, pass is saved, and it'll be a full timeout for Coach Homeyer. 2:24 remaining, 39-25. We'll just keep this one right here and talk about the lack of offense for the Golden Bears this quarter.
It's a lot of self-inflicted damage done. Yep. We've thrown some balls away, some errant passes. Defiance has continued to play that good, intense defense and just be everywhere. All of them feel like they're playing with an extra defender right now in the half court by how quick they're getting around. But You know, you got to give a lot of credit to Defiance. We've talked about our depth. Looks like what you said is true. Coach Lehman doesn't have a lot of depth over on his side either. Going to play 7 guys maybe at the most, and those guys have played well. Hutchison's come off the bench and given great minutes. Rodenberger's been really active. And really the way he plays the game, he's played it more like a starter anyway. He's been aggressive. He's been a big part of everything they're doing while he's out there. And then Lagone, whose starter played really well, has sat this entire fourth quarter and a lot of the end of the third there, going off the floor as the leading scorer with 14 points. And then Jordan Wright stepped up. He scored 5 in the third. He's scored 6 now in the fourth, and he's handled the ball for the most part, taking the bulk of the ball handling for Defiance. So their kids have stepped up and made plays here in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely, and all the fouls that they've had as a team has not been a problem. You know what I mean? They've just had the next guy up.
No, I think if you told Coach Lehman that's how it was going to go, he wouldn't have liked what their chances were.
Turnover for the Golden Bears as Sam Harold was cutting, and Carter Dominic threw to the spot he was, not the spot he was going to be.
Yeah, and they're taking away a lot of passing lanes, but we've not made real good passes. Haven't been strong with the ball here our last couple possessions.
Nearly stolen away by Kepler. Lopez able to hang on to it. Harold comes down to engage Jordan Wright. Wright gives Lopez. Lopez underneath Castillo, puts up a shot, no good, partially blocked. Rebound comes down to Dominic. Bears need to move. Harold has it. Harold comes through the key. Harold puts up a shot, and we're going to get a foul on the trip in. Let's see if he said he was shooting. No, they're going to say he wasn't shooting.
On the floor, that would have been a nice break for the Bears. I was with you. I wasn't quite sure. That was more wishful thinking.
Now all 5 of the starters come off, and now it's a bunch of JV kids. Elias Oberlin is in. Let's see who else we got. We got Mason Welling, Landon Bassett,
Parker Muehlfeld, and Eric Koenig.
Hunter Muehlfeld, Eric Koenig.
Muehlfeld, yeah. I keep screwing up those 2 brothers because I see Parker every day.
And Defiance as Hutchinson, TJ Kellermeyer, Drew Allegretti, Josiah Schlatter, and I missed their last guy. Muehlfeld just pushed the defender off him.
Might have been a little bit of a push there.
Maybe a little bit. Shot is missed by Oberlin. Rebound comes down to Muehlfeld, and we're going to get a foul. That's going to be on TJ Kellermeyer. They got 30 listed on the roster as Jack Kennedy, but that is definitely not Jack Kennedy out there.
Somebody's sharing that jersey. Yeah, that's
definitely Koenig. 3 ball for Landon Bassett. I almost gave credit to Chad. I almost said Chad.
I'm sure that looked just like his smooth jumper.
Under a minute to play, 39-28 Defiance.
A nice shot by Landon Bassett, but unfortunately the first points of the quarter for the Bears.
That is not how you win ball games when it comes with under a minute to play.
Yeah, 4 points, 4-point difference coming into the quarter, and now an 11-point deficit. Just not the way the fourth quarter, the way anybody wanted the fourth quarter to go for the Golden Bears.
Just trying to move things around right now. And it's actually stolen away by Mason Welling.
Good help defense there by the junior.
Another one by Bassett. Oh, another one goes off the rim. Rebound comes down to the Bears. And actually going to get a jump ball, and it will stay here with the Bears with 5.5 to go. You're starting those stats right now?
Probably a pretty good opportunity, yeah. You know me with my math skills.
I know, it takes you an extra couple minutes sometimes. Bassett puts up another one, no good, and that's going to do it. As Defiance will win this one, 39-28. And just not the way the Golden Bears wanted that one to go. Makes it tough when you only score, 2 points in the quarter?
3 points in the fourth quarter, yeah. That was not the way to finish things if you're a Golden Bear fan.
Absolutely. Well, 39-28 is your final score. And when we come back, we're going to have our stats. We'll do that after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knurk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
At Oberlin, Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we understand that family is at the heart of everything we do.
Being family-owned and family-focused is not just a slogan for us, it's a way of life. We walk alongside you during life's most challenging moments, providing a guiding hand and a shoulder to lean on.
With heartfelt care and attention to detail, we tailor each service to honor the life and the memories of your loved one. We treat you like family because your journey is our journey.
Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Back out from Defiance here on the Golden Bears Sports Network, 39-28. Defiance wins this one, and 3 points scored by the Golden Bears in the third quarter isn't going to get it done.
No, not against anybody, but especially not Defiance at their place, a gym where we haven't had a lot of success. That's not going to be what you need to get ball games won.
So the Golden Bears are going to end up going to 3-3 on the season. And let's take a look at our final stats. Hopefully they've populated as we need them to populate. And they did. So field goals, Golden Bears were 10 of 23 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 6 of 8 from the line, 15 turnovers for the Golden Bears. A little uncharacteristic there.
And that was the big number there in the fourth quarter, because we went into the half with 6. We ended up with 9 in the second half, and too many of those at the end of the third, early in the fourth, when it was still a 4-point ball game. The Bears got it back to as close as 2, and then had back-to-back possessions where we didn't score and we didn't get stops. And we weren't playing good enough offensively tonight to be able to afford turnovers there in the fourth quarter.
2 bench points for the Golden Bears. Defiance 15 of 34 from the field, 2 of 10 from 3, 7 of 12 from the line. 8 turnovers for Defiance, no bench points. So,
yeah, and if you look at Defiance, they had 5 guys score, 3 of those in double digits. Jordan Wright, I talked about him, the sophomore, had a great second half. He had both of their 3-pointers, scored 11. Brogan Castillo had a nice second half. He ended up with 10. He got 6 of his 10 in the second half. And Khalil Lagone had 14. He had all 14 of those in the first 3 quarters, and then sat the rest of the way out with those 4 fouls. And Coach Lehman's going to be really happy in the way his bench and his rotation responded to having that junior on the bench.
What do you got point totals for the Golden Bears?
On the Bryan side of things, led again by Sammy Harold, a little under his average tonight. I thought Defiance really did a nice job of focusing their defensive plan on stopping him and making life hard on the senior, but he still had 12 points. And then it was balanced, but it was a lot of just low scoring from the rest of the team. Jace Kepler had 4. Carter Dominic had 3. Landon Bassett hit a 3 in the fourth quarter during some mop-up time. Maddox Langendorfer had the 2 in the first quarter right away, and then he went out and wasn't able to return. Yep. Gavin Jessing had our bucket for our bench points, and Carter Brown hit a couple of free throws for 2 points. So not a lot of help after the 12 from Sam Harold.
Absolutely, and Maddox Langendorfer definitely a concern. Hopefully he's all right and able to get back. I want to thank our sponsors bringing the game. They include Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, Bryan Parks Parks and Rec, Fackler Monument, Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, and Brininger, Oberlin, Turnbull, Funeral and Crematory, Veteran Services of Williams County, Starks Plumbing and Heating, Northwest State Community College, Jason Dietsch Automotive Services, Danielle Van Atta Agency, the Bryan Athletic Boosters. I want to thank our broadcast crew, our director, Krista Bruner, our cameras, John Chiprodi and Gabby Malanga. I want to thank our athletic department at BHS, Nathan Keel and Teresa Kuzma. Also the athletic staff here at Defiance, Jerry Beauty and Company. Always a good time here with Defiance. Golden Bear Photography, Matt Neff and Stephanie Ponzak. Our producer back at WOSN is Nick Fraley, and I am your executive producer of the Golden Bear Sports Network. Tonight's broadcast is available on bryansports.com. We're on WOSN tomorrow at 5 o'clock. WOSN can be found on Spectrum Channel 19, over the air on Channel 26.1. Next game Monday, the girls are going to travel to Napoleon, a non-league matchup at the Grand Canyon. You and I are going to be joined by Reese Grotehouse for the call. That'll be exciting.
The one and only.
Yep, about 7:15 on bryansports.com and Q96.5. Excited about that one. This broadcast is produced by the Golden Bear Sports Network with the private use of our audience. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the game without the express written consent of the Bryan City School District, is prohibited. One final time for all of us at the Golden Bear Sports Network with Bryan Arnold. I'm Chris Malanga. Again, your final score, 39-28, Defiance. Have a great night, everybody.